We close our look at housing with the brutal economics of building affordable units and the unresolved tensions that will shape California's future. Because here's the core problem: affordable housing in California is a cost problem above all. Consider what drives the cost. Land is scarce and expensive, thanks to exclusionary zoning. Construction costs are inflated by prevailing wage requirements and a skilled trade shortage. Soft costs balloon from lengthy discretionary review and CEQA litigation risk. Structured parking can cost $30,000 to $80,000 per space, and impact fees in California are among the highest in the nation. Add it all up, and a single subsidized affordable unit in urban California typically costs $600,000 to $900,000 or more, among the highest in the world, compared to perhaps $150,000 to $250,000 in peer nations with similar labor costs. The primary financing tool is the federal low-income housing tax credit, which gives investors tax credits in exchange for equity in projects that stay affordable for decades. California gets about $1.2 billion a year in these credits, layered with tax-exempt bonds, state grants, and local measures. But despite this elaborate system, production falls dramatically short. California needs an estimated 1.3 million additional units affordable to lower-income renters, and at current rates and costs, that would take generations. Even tripling annual affordable production wouldn't close the gap for many years. Strategies to cut costs: modular construction, converting empty offices to housing, and abolishing parking minimums near transit help at the margins but don't solve the fundamental math. Looking ahead, California's housing politics are organized around four unresolved tensions. First, state preemption versus local democratic accountability. Do top-down mandates trample legitimate community preferences? Second, market rate versus affordable housing. Does building expensive apartments actually help the poorest households, or does it accelerate displacement? Third, production versus displacement. How do you build enough housing without uprooting the low-income communities of color who most need protection? And fourth, housing versus environmental constraints. Building near transit fights sprawl, but housing still requires scarce water and can encroach on wildfire zones and sensitive habitat. As of 2026, California's experiment in top-down housing governance is still unfolding. Whether it produces the housing its proponents promise depends on forces the statutes alone can't control: construction costs, interest rates, bureaucratic capacity, and political durability against organized local resistance. The outcome remains genuinely uncertain,